welcome back to my channel. My name is Ari, and for those new here, I'm a certified trainer and yoga instructor, bringing you the workouts and the yoga flows I love right here to YouTube. And for the last month or so, we've been doing a lot of strength and Pilates. And I thought today, wherever you are, let's take it back to the roots. Let's go back to a really great yoga flow that can be adapted to your daily life. It's the end of the day here, and honestly, I need it, and I thought, I'll film it. So here we are. All you need is a mat, which I am unplanned blending into. So there is a yoga mat beneath me. You don't need anything else. However, if you would like some yoga blocks to bring the floor up to you, or a band, a strap to help you get some more mobility, please feel free to have those nearby. Water and a towel as well. Stop the video if you ever need to, but otherwise, this flow is all about us today and feeling good in our bodies. It's for all levels, and honestly, we're going to get into it just now. So when you're ready, you can bring your hands to your knees and just draw some awareness inwards. I'll slow down my own voice, my own tone, and allow you to start to pay attention to your breath. Relax your shoulders. Relax your eyebrows. Relax the corners of your mouth, the weight of your face. The weight of your chest. To the hands on your knees, to the sit bones on the mat. Take those cleansing breaths here. Allow your feet to relax from carrying you so much in your day. And allow your breath now to carry you. Maybe you have a cat with you too. And together, whether your eyes are closed or open, we'll begin to take some circles around our space. You can call these seated cat and cows, really accentuating our spinal flexion here. So as we come to the back, above our booties, I'll make a chair for my cat to sit in, Charlie here. And then on the way we take it forward, our chest will naturally fall more towards the mat. And then we'll expand again, rounding our back, and then coming up again towards the front, bringing our chest more forward. As you come to the back, we'll reverse directions, coming up on the other side, bringing our chest more forward, and then arching as we come back. Two more in this direction here. Up towards the front, and rounding as we come back around. Up towards the front, and then rounding as we come back around. Finding center here, breathe in, and breathe out. And then we'll come on to hands and knees. I will try to gently shift my cat away, maybe underneath my toes, and arch your belly once towards the mat. And then once our spine comes up towards the sky, and from here we'll shift backwards into child's pose, widening our feet, stretching even longer towards the front of the mat. Really feeling through here, feeling through the bottoms of our arms, feeling our entire back start to just expand. Breathe in and out. And then from here, we'll come up into puppy pose. So coming up, readjusting our knees so they're right underneath our hips, adjusting your cat as necessary, and then shifting back. So our booty is in the air, our arms are stretched out towards the top of the mat. Breathe in and breathe out. If it feels good for you, maybe you can place your chin closer to the mat, stretching your arms farther forward. And then if it feels even good for you here, chin on the mat or not, maybe you can bend your arms and attempt to put your hands on the back of your head, feeling your triceps, your everything start to really waken up here. And then gently placing your hands back on the mat. Take one more inhale here. And exhale, rolling up to tabletop. And from here, we're going to keep opening up our arms and our spines. Find a neutral spine. First, shifting side to side. Allow the wiggles to wiggle out. Inhale. And exhale, settle. And from here, we lift our right arm towards the ceiling. We'll go for 3 thread the needles, meaning we take our right arm under our left, look over towards the left side of the mat. And again, we rise, bringing our right arm to the ceiling. And again, we thread the needle. Exhale. On an inhale, we reach up, look up. And exhale. This time we settle here. We hold here in this threaded needle pose, pushing more towards the right side. And if this feels good, maybe you take the left foot back, extending behind you, your left arm out in front. Feeling a bigger expansion here. This is more of a balance. So if this feels a little bit more uneasy and you're so focused on trying to just balance, come back to square one. All right, on an inhale, we lift up, reach up, and then settle, bring the right arm back down. And then we'll go to the other side. Same thing, reach up, look up, left arm this time. On an exhale, we thread the needle, left arm under right. Inhale, reach up, look up. And exhale, thread the needle. Inhale, use your breath. Inhale, look up, reach up. And on this one, we settle in, bringing our left under our right. And we hold here. If this feels good enough, great enough, stay here. And if you'd like to take it further, reaching our right arm out in front, our left leg long back behind us, we test our expansion further using our breath. The power of yoga comes from our breath. And then bringing our hands, our knee beneath us, we inhale, rise up again. Inhale here. And then exhale, planting both hands beneath us. Find a neutral tabletop position. Wiggle side to side. And then tuck the toes. And gently, slowly shift backwards onto the toes, bending deeply into the legs. And then we unwind into downward facing dog. Taking a few moments, a few breaths here. The rest of class, we will continue to use our breath. So let's just get used to tapping into it. Inhale, we rise on our toes. Exhale, we settle towards the mat. Inhale, rise. And exhale, settle. Just like a wave, just like an ocean here. Inhale, we rise. And inhale, let our knees, our heels fall. Let's move this a little bit more. Inhale out to plank. And then come down to the mat. One big motion here. And then inhale up, cobra pose. Just our chest, pelvis still connected with the mat, knees connected. Exhale back down to the mat. And then inhale back up to downward facing dog. If the full plank is a little much, feel free to take this on your knees. I'll demonstrate, follow me. Inhale out to plank, knees down, chest comes down to the mat. Inhale, rise, cobra pose, just our chest. Pushing through our arms, knees and pelvis connected with the mat. Exhale back down. And then we lift up using our knees, back to downward facing dog. All right, 2 more just like that. Your choice on how you get there. Inhale, ripple, roll out to plank. Your choice to go to cobra. All the way down to the mat. Lift up, cobra pose. Can you take it a little higher, chest off the mat? And then back down, exhale. Inhale, exhale back to downward facing dog. Last one. Inhale, ripple, roll out to plank. Back down to the mat. Lift up cobra pose. Hold here for 3. For 2, you're in cobra and you're just fine. For 1, back down. And then we lift up in downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. So as we take our dog on a little walk here, just pushing through each heel, let's take this walk to the top of our mat, lifting up as necessary onto your fingertips as your feet come closer to your hands. And we'll meet in a gentle forward fold. So gently, we just sway side to side. And then we rise, big bend in the knees, up, Tadasana. Reaching up, look up. Hands at our sides. All right, let's get into this here, yeah? Inhale, reach up, look up. This time, hands come together behind our head. Expand the elbows wide, heart towards the ceiling. And then exhale, bringing the elbows closer together. Look down towards your belly button, rounding softly. Gentle bend in the knees. One more time, just like this. Inhale, expand the elbows, look up wide. Ooh, hard to talk. And exhale, elbows together, looking towards our belly button. And from here, hands unclasped, coming down for full forward fold. That's a tongue twister. Gentle bend in the knees, bend into the right, reach up with the left. I love this one. Inhale and exhale. Other side, reach up with the right. Inhale and exhale, plant. And then step back to plank pose in your chaturanga. So coming down halfway this time, lifting up, upward facing dog, and shifting back, downward facing dog. From here, breathe in and breathe out. All right, look to the top of your mat. Step, tiptoe, hop, however you want to get to the top. I'm going to try a hop. Hop up to the top. That was more graceful than I thought it would be. Halfway lift, forward fold. And then come to rise. Arms up, reach up. Hands at heart center. We'll go through 2 rounds of sun salutations, and then we'll get into a slight flow, and then we'll flow on out of here. So, hands at heart center. And on an inhale, we rise, reach up, look up. And exhale, big forward fold, hands wide. Halfway lift. And plant the hands. Right foot takes a big step back, setting up for warrior 1. Reach up, both arms, back foot 45 degrees, pointed towards the front of the mat. Big bend in the front leg. Exhale, plant the hands. Step back, downward facing dog. You've already been here. Ripple, roll out to plank pose. Your chaturanga, either lowering through plank or knees on the mat. We come down to the mat and lift up, upward facing dog, knees off the mat. And downward facing dog. Lifting the right foot this time, sending it to the top of the mat, other side. Warrior 1, back foot 45-degree angle, bending deeply into the front. Plant the hands, step back, downward facing dog. Your chaturanga. We're getting a little funky here. Meeting back in downward facing dog and taking a nice stroll to the top of the mat. Meet in a forward fold. And then gentle bend in the knees, we rise up to Tadasana. Hands at heart center. And then reaching up again, look up, reach up. Arms come wide, leading with our heart, flat spine all the way down, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, forward fold. Stepping fully back through plank, downward facing dog, pushing through our heels. Coming back out your chaturanga here, down through plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We have a little tempo, we have a little heat. I have cat hair on my mat, and it's gone. All right, inhale, reaching the left leg up nice and long and sending it to the front of the mat. In between our hands, we set up warrior one. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, plant the hands, step back through plank, your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Down facing dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, right leg up to the sky this time, sending it to the top of the mat. And inhale, warrior one. Breathing in, breathing out. Use our breath here. Inhale. We transition with an exhale. Hands plant, step back, plank pose, and your chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. All right. More cat hair. Okay. Look to the top of the mat. Step, tiptoe, or maybe you take a nice hop to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, and forward fold. Inhale, we rise up. Hands at our side, good job. All right, let's get into it here. Inhale, reach the arms up. This time taking our right wrist, left hand. Taking our right foot behind us, we reach up tall and lift over towards the left. And then we come back towards center and we take a big step back with our right foot, reach up through high lunge, and then plant the hands. Low lunge twist, so left arm comes up, twisting through, lifting out of our sit bones, so lifting our hips higher towards the ceiling. And then exhale, we plant the hands. Back knee comes to the mat. Left foot comes out long behind us, nice and straight. Adjusting so our hands are just beneath our shoulders. From here, right arm comes forward. Inhale, look up. And exhale, elbow to knee. 2 more here. Inhale, reach out. And exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, elbow to knee and hold. Can you arch a little higher? Can you hold just a bit longer? Okay, enough. Hand plants. Left leg comes nice and long behind us. And then we plant it. Let's twist to face the left side of our mat and open up now. So fallen triangle, we reach up over our left, with our left, over our ear. On an inhale, we rise up through big T, and then exhale, we tip back. It's like a fallen reverse warrior. So this is gate pose here, feeling so, so good. Inhale and exhale. On an inhale, we come up, and an exhale, we plant the hands. We find plank pose, your chaturanga. So just a baby flow before we get more into standing postures here. Find downward facing dog. Breathe in and breathe out. Using our breath, find stillness. Take a baby bend in those knees. Walk, step. I'm going to try a hop again. Oofta. Halfway lift. And forward fold. Right, Gunner. Bend in those knees. We rise to stand. Mountain pose. Hands come at our sides. Other side. All right. Hands come up. Reach up. Look up. Right arm taking our left wrist. We take it above our head. We start to lean to the right, taking our left behind like a tall curtsy, and we lean over to the right side. Inhale and exhale. We come back to stand and forward fold, hands wide. Halfway lift, look up and exhale. I didn't do the same transition, that's fine. We come up through high lunge, left leg comes back, high lunge on our right. Reach up, look up, and then exhale, plant the hands. Left hand comes by the right foot, twisted low lunge, right arm towards the ceiling, lift up through your hips towards the ceiling here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. And on an exhale, back knee will plant on the mat. Both hands down, right leg comes nice and straight behind us. Adjust the hands. And then left arm comes out in front. You know where to go. Inhale, look up. And exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, elbow to knee. Last one here. Inhale, extend. And exhale, elbow to knee. We hold for 3. Breathe for 2. Breathe for 1. Okay, stay it a little longer because it felt so good. Inhale everything long, and then exhale. Left hand plants on the mat, and we set up to face the right. Reaching our right arm up over our ear towards the top of the mat. We enjoy the side body stretch. Inhale, can you grow longer, taller in your side body? Exhale deeply. And on an inhale, we rise, using our breath to lift us up and carry us towards the back of the mat, reaching over our head towards the back of our space. And on an inhale, back through T, all the way cartwheeling towards the mat. We set up in plank pose, hello, and then your chaturanga. Upward facing dog, your choice to come to downward facing dog. All right, mini flow time. Let's get into this. Right leg to the sky. Breathe in, and then bring it up towards the top of the mat, low lunge twist. Rising up through our side body just as we have before, and this time we extend the front leg. Bring your back foot in ever so slightly, setting up for pyramid pose. My fingertips are framing my front foot. Front leg is straight, so however you feel is right for you. This might be a good opportunity to bring blocks up a little higher to bring the floor up, or just gently resting your hands on your calf might feel a little better as well. Settle in. And then look forward, bending into our front foot, our front knee, adjusting our back leg so we feel long and strong, and then rise up, high lunge. Settle here. From here, we're going to work to open up our backs of our arms. So eagle wrap, so my right arm comes under my left, and maybe your hands touch, or they just glue together backs of the hands. Or if that's even too much, you can just prayer arms. So try the eagle wrap right under left, see what feels right for you, and then pull the elbows up slightly. You'll begin to feel the tension in the back of your arms. Can you raise your chest? We are still in high lunge, I know. Breathe in, and then breathe out. Come to warrior 2 pose. So we're facing the left side of our mat. Back foot is 90 degrees. Arms are pointed directly to the left. We are looking out. So we're looking out towards the top of our mat. Okay, you can't see me. Here we are. Breathe in and breathe out, bringing our arms, this twist, a little higher to feel the release. And then exhale everything wide, star pose. And then bring our toes closer together, pointing closer towards each other. And then we'll clasp our arms and meet in this forward fold. However you got here, clasp your arms, forward straddle. Breathe in and breathe out. From here, gently release the arms, coming down, framing our space in front, and then reaching up with the right arm towards the ceiling, and then replace back down. Hands at the waist, we rise up through straddle, opening up full warrior two expression this time. Reaching forward and then reverse warrior. Inhale. And then straightening the legs, we come through triangle. So bend down. Don't know what I just said there. Look up towards our hand, towards the ceiling, nice and strong. And then focusing on lifting up out of our space. We're not collapsing here. This is a real active pose. Feeling our core engage, twisting open towards the ceiling. Inhale. And then exhale, both hands frame the top foot, bend into the leg here. Shift back, single leg downward dog just for a moment. And then plant it next to your other foot. Out to plank, your chaturanga. Down you go. Cobra or upward facing dog. And then downward facing dog. Pedal through the legs for just a moment. And then we'll get into the other side. Find stillness. And breathe. And then we bring our left foot nice and long towards the ceiling or however high off the mat we get. And then we send it to the top, framing the front foot, opening into a low lunge twist. We rise out of our space. Our booty comes closer to the ceiling as we look up. And then exhale, we plant the hand and we adjust, shifting back, pyramid pose. So both legs are straight or as generously bended as needed. And we just allow our body to fold forward and find this very deep release along the back of our leg. And we'll stay here for 2 more breaths. Pushing past that signal in our bodies, saying, "Dear God, get me out of this." Here we are. All right, from here, slowly gentle bend into the front foot, adjusting back foot as necessary so you feel nice and long and strong. And then we rise up through high lunge. Inhale, we grow taller. And then exhale, we settle in here, finding our expression. And then eagle arms. Again, left arm comes under this time. And maybe you have prayer arms, or maybe you take and try the bind. And we hold here. My left is wrapped under my right as I tip back ever so slightly, bringing my elbows up a little higher, feeling my traps start to feel the stretch. And then we open up into warrior two pose. So back foot is parallel to the back of the mat. My left foot, my top leg, is facing straight through the top. My arms facing out to the right, my head going to the left. Feeling the stretch, especially along the right side of my body. Bringing my arms up even higher. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in, look towards your arms, facing your legs, your feet 45 degrees. Unwind. God, that feels so good. Big, big expansion. Forward straddle. Hi, Charlie. From here, planting the right hand, reaching up with the left, look up, reach up. And then planting it back down. Gentle bend in those knees. You just fall a bit deeper, a little more forward. And then from here, bringing our hands to our hips, we rise gently all the way back up to stand. Hands rise, reach up, look up. And we settle back, full expression of warrior two now. So bending deeply into the top foot, the top leg, and then settle in, rolling the shoulders down and back. From here, reach forward slightly and bring it back, reverse warrior. And then coming back up on an inhale, we set up for triangle pose, bringing our left arm towards our leg, both legs straight, look up towards the top arm. Making this an active pose, not to collapse, but to rise up and through our hips, using our strength to bring us up taller, engaging our core. Inhale and exhale. Breathe in and breathe out. And then very lovely, we bring our hands towards the top of our mat, framing our foot. We step back, your chaturanga, coming down towards the mat. Upward facing dog and downward facing dog. Noticing the difference in how our body might feel from when we started this flow. How deeply we have tapped into all the different muscles, really so many different tight areas of our bodies. And then from here, we settle back through downward facing dog and bring our right foot up towards the ceiling, bending deeply now. So we'll give our hip a nice little opening here, looking more towards our left foot so we're not collapsing too much to the left. And then we send it up towards the top of the mat for a low lunge, bringing our heart space more broadly forward, and then we sit back, shift back, pyramid pose again. Shifting back. Maybe this time it's a little bit deeper than before. If it feels right, maybe you bring your foot off the mat. So now your heel is just touching like so. So you see that it's a little more up towards the sky. And then we bend into the top knee and we come back up, high lunge, just for a moment, reaching up with both arms and then settling in. Eagle wrap again, right arm under left. We come to wrap and rest. Bringing our arms up, bringing our rib cage higher. And then we shift our weight slightly forward, coming to hinge, and then dragging maybe our left foot up towards the top, we come to stand. As the light is dimming here, we'll try eagle pose. So we bring our left foot up and wrapping it over our right knee. So as this looks, left leg comes to rise, wrapping it over our left, and we hold here. As I wobble trying to show, hold here. If it feels good, maybe you can bow slightly forward. This is our final challenge of class. Yes, you can. Holding for 3, embrace the wobbles and shakes. 4, 2, 4, 1. Gently, we look up and we unwind everything nice and high, hands up towards the ceiling, left knee, and then we come to stand. Facing the top of our mat, reaching everything nice and high, and then forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. We'll do that on the other side. And then we'll hit the mat gently. Step back through chaturanga. And then upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. And right away, we lift our left knee, our left leg to the top. A nice bend here, expanding through, bringing our hip flexors into play. Looking towards our foot underneath our armpit so we don't collapse too far towards the right. And then we take a big step towards the top, placing our foot in between our hands, bringing our heart forward. And then shifting backwards, pyramid pose, folding generously over our straightened front leg. If you did on the other side, maybe you come onto your heel. Breathe here. And then shift your weight back forward, bend into the front leg, come up, high lunge, adjust as needed. And right away, left arm comes under right, eagle wrap, other side. Bringing our chest, bringing our arms higher, our rib cage elevated. And then hinging slightly on an exhale, we drag or float our right foot up into space. And then we set up for eagle on the other side, wrapping over our left. I'll face you again. So, right foot up, crossing over, settle back. And breathe here. We are yogaing with the dying light of the day. And if you would like, if it feels good, you start to hinge forward, embrace the wobbles and the shakes. If it feels good to put a little kickstand with your toe on the mat like so, go for it. Otherwise, challenge the balance. And on an inhale, we rise together. Everything unwinds up tall. And then we step together towards the top of the mat. Forward fold. Halfway lift. And then down we go. Last chaturanga of class. Down towards the mat. Upward facing dog. And then shift back. Child's pose. Take space. Walk your arms out even wider, even longer than before. Inhale and exhale. If you want to bend your arms, bringing your hands to the back of your head, feeling the nice expansion in your triceps. Now is the time. Good job, everyone. And then gently bringing your arms back to the mat. Let's lift up through dolphin. So coming onto our knees, still on our forearms, we shift back and shine our booties up to the ceiling, pushing through our forearms, through our elbows, just for a moment here. And then settle back, knees plant, crisscross, and shift your weight to sit back. And from here, come up into boat pose for just a moment. We're not going to rock and roll anywhere. We're not going to do crunches right now. It's just a challenge. So the resting pose will feel extra good, okay? So hold for 5. Can you extend your legs further? Can you bring yourself taller? 4. I know this is a really mean countdown. 3. It'll make Shavasana so much better. 2. Shake. 1. Feet plant on the mat if they weren't already. And then gently roll vertebrae by vertebrae back to the mat. And then just bring your knees to your chest. You can roll them one direction and then the other. We really released a lot of tension today. We twisted, we held, we lifted. So please do drink water. Maybe add a little salt. We did sweat. And feel well today. Be proud of what you've done here on the mat, the goodness you've done for your body. And then when you're ready, legs come out long, wider than you even want to have them because it feels so good. Hands come to your sides. Your Shavasana will be here about 2 minutes, enjoying and sealing our practice. Drawing awareness to your fingers and toes. For those who want to continue to lie here and enjoy the quiet, I'll speak softly. And for those who are ready to move on off the mat, now would be the time to find your way into an easy seat. And together, we'll seal our practice. One cleansing inhale, and a great cleansing exhale. Thank you everyone for joining me today. It's been a pleasure to guide you through tonight's releasing, reinvigorating yoga flow. It's been my pleasure. So thank you for flowing with me. And if you haven't yet, subscribe, join the community for more yoga, for more feel-good flows. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you, everyone. Namaste. Be well.